Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here solo today. This feels weird. This feels weird. What's up? Full screen, baby. Um yeah, welcome back to the channel. If this is the first time you're watching this channel, my name is Finto. This channel usually goes live on a Wednesday. We do a podcast, myself and Alex, but he's not around this week, and it's the first day of Daredevil Born Again. Well, first day for people living in the EU because they aired it stupidly at 2 a.m. So said that I would go live by myself, just give a bit of a kind of first thoughts, put them down officially. I'm literally just finished watching the episode there, so yeah, it it was good. It was definitely good. Was it like as good as I thought it was going to be? I don't know. I really don't know. Um, like it felt like Daredevil in a lot of ways, but then in some ways it didn't, and that was kind of hard to really just wrap my head around. I watched it with my missus, and she was not as like I was more impressed than she was, but it felt like it kind of felt like there was just it felt a little too Disney. I kind of understand. I know why they're doing it. Daredevil is like more acrobatic in the MCU. It kind of makes sense to me. He's literally a little more comic based. He's doing a lot more flipping and stuff like that, and he's kind of like Spider-Man. Like we kind of know that his senses are a little more attuned to like Spider-Man spider senses we saw in No Way Home. So, you know, Daredevil is very powerful, but it just feels weird. We're kind of going through a rewatch of the Netflix series at the moment, like on the lead up to this. And that show is just it's so grounded and it just feels right. This show is just I don't know. It starts like I think by the end of episode 2, it feels a lot more like the Netflix series, and it was kind of a bit of a sigh of relief. But that opening scene at the start of the first episode, and like if there's anybody here who's listening to this right now who hasn't seen the show, spoiler alert, big time spoiler alert. But Foggy dies. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I genuinely could not believe what I was seeing. Like they brought back the actors. They brought back Karen. They brought back Foggy, and they killed Foggy in the first 5 minutes of the episode. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because when I heard that he was coming back and he was on the press tour, he did it just felt like he was going to be in the whole show. I really thought like it. I really thought. Now I don't know if they do flashbacks and they bring him back that way, or something happens in that sense, but as of right now, he had 5 minutes on screen and now he's gone. And it was so sad. I think I heard, did I hear a spoiler? I heard something about Foggy dying, but I thought it was going to be like end of season 1, big tragic end to him. But to see him get shot in the first episode, I was like, oh, maybe he's not dead. But then, boom, flatline. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was crazy. What did you guys think? Like, what did people think? I'd love to know. I've been on a kind of social media blackout for the day, so the episode aired at 2 a.m. my time. I'm a working man. I'm a father. I can't be staying up till 4 a.m. to watch Marvel TV. So I had to kind of get up, do a day in the office, come home, spend time with the family, put the kids to bed, and then come live. Or sorry, well then watch the episode, and now I'm here kind of talking about it. So it's nearly 24 hours since the episode came out. So yeah, it's a rough one. But look, for the most part, I think Charlie Cox is great. Obviously, Vincent D'Onofrio's incredible. He's menacing, but like for the first 2 episodes, you kind of feel like he's kind of turned over a new leaf, and he's kind of laughing and joking a lot and smiling, and you can see his teeth and everything. I'm like, this feels weird. It doesn't really feel like Fisk. And then like towards the end of episode 2, he kind of starts showing his true colors again. You're like, okay, 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 here we go. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's just it's a rough one. I had people DMing me, "What did you think? Have you seen the episodes yet? Have you seen them?" And I had to just like ignore everybody. I didn't want to get any spoilers online, so I haven't been on Twitter, haven't watched any YouTube videos, I haven't watched any Den of Nerds or anything like that. I couldn't hang out in the stream today because I just didn't want to hear spoilers. So what I might do is maybe together, since we're kind of this isn't a podcast episode, we're just kind of chilling out here. I might clip some of this stuff out just to put on the clips channel. We have a new clips channel, just so that we can put up some initial thoughts. But what I might do is I might watch a couple of reaction videos and just see what other people think as well. We can just kind of chill out for a bit, and yeah. If you're watching this on a replay, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you're sub to the channel, all that beautiful YouTube stuff. Yeah, so oh man, I don't know. Look, it's good. I've been saying this for a long time. If the show was going to be half as good as the Netflix series, it was going to be the best thing that the MCU have done. That was kind of my initial thoughts, and I kind of stand by that statement. I think it's definitely not as good as the Netflix show right now. It could get there. I know, Muse is going to be a great character, and I think it's going to get really, really dark. I kind of like the vibes of White Tiger. That'll be an interesting story, and obviously, I don't know. I want to see obviously more Matt. We know we have Punisher coming as well, so yeah, it's to be seen, I suppose. But yeah, right now it's a little shaky, a little shakier than I thought it was going to be. Just being very honest, I probably would give the show so far probably an 8 out of 10. I think like I checked IMDb, it's like sitting on a 9.1. I don't think, from what we've seen so far, I don't think the show deserves that rating. I think that's a little too high. Like that opening scene for me really, really hurt the show. Like him flipping around, the CGI was absolutely fucking awful. The fight scene was terrible. The choreography was even bad. The camera work was dreadful. Like there was scenes where it looked like the cameraman was falling up the stairs trying to record them and stuff, and the you could see like fucking 5% of the hallway, and it was just like the camera had fallen over and stuff. It didn't work. It was shot really poorly, really, really poorly. The fight at the end of the second episode, where he's in the witnesses apartment, that was fucking brilliant. That was great. I really, really liked that. Um, but yeah, for that opening scene was just ridiculous. Where that first jump where he comes in and lands on the fire escape, like I laughed. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Because you saw the very first shot of him just landing, and it looked cool. But when you see him whipping in, and then like it just looked so fucking bad. It looked like 1996 CGI. Like it was just dreadful. What the fuck were they thinking putting that into the final product? Honestly, it was so bad. And like that was such a shaky start that I was really scared. And then Foggy getting shot, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, like they are just destroying me right now with this. I was so scared. Oh man. Awful stuff. Jesus. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. But I do feel like by the end of episode 2, they've really kind of it's course corrected in a way. It feels a lot more like Daredevil now. Um I like that Tony Soprano Jr. is in the show as well. I wonder, will he have a really big part? He seems like he does. Like he was pretty heavily involved in the first 2 episodes. It was cool to see him. Don't know how I feel about his new love interest yet. Time will tell.